Okay, ready? We'll get started. We'll bow in. You can step up a little bit, maybe, so the people in back have some room. Okay, ready? 3 times. 2, 3, and then salutation. Just a greeting. Okay, first exercise, feet shoulder width, hands up. One hand's a fist. Shoulder width is about as wide as your shoulder. Feet parallel. Turning 1, 2, 3. Turn to your left. 1, 2, 3. So your hands alternate. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Switch your hands. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. To the side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, center. Hands up, reach down, stretch. 1, 2, 3. To your right. To your left. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. To your right. To your left. Center. Inhale, palms up. Exhale, palms down. Okay, one more time, hands up. Reach down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Center. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, here's your waist. Circular movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Okay, so this exercise, when we're making these circles, it doesn't have to be so big. If your head is wobbling like this, then it's too big. In fact, your head should be still. Okay, so this isn't doing the hula hoop. Okay, cross, hold your knees, circular movements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Center. Hands on your waist, neck turning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. Back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, center, tilt to the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, center, down, circular movements. Reverse. And center. Hands up, pull in, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, spread your feet. Okay, so from here, turn and turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax the arms and shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, and stop. Okay, turn to your right. We're going to stretch it out. Just work at the best you can. Don't overdo it. Switch. Switch. So Eric, we have a new person here. Maybe you can. That's Michelle in the with the white pants. Yeah. You can try to. You can work right in front there. Maybe in the middle here. If you kind of if she needs some help. Switch. 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 Straighten the front knee. Switch. Okay, switch. So this is straight now, just so you stretch out the back of the legs. Okay, then we'll go to the center. Okay, spread your feet if you can. Otherwise, just take it easy. squat down. Yeah, take it. Yeah. 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 Okay, shake it out. Okay, hands up. Pull in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, hands in your waist. Shoulder roll. And reverse. Okay. Palms now press. Release. Exhale. Inhale. Breathe through your nose. Tongue touches the roof of your mouth. And stop. Hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Up on your toes. Exhale. Okay, wrists. Circular movements in front of you. Okay, reverse. Okay, palms down. Big a circle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and stop. Okay, hands in your waist. We shift the weight side to side. Okay, now we're going to press down and lift the knee up with the hand. Ready? Up, switch, and up. Okay, back down. Right foot forward. Left hand down. So we're going to lift up and down. So we're going to go up and down, up and down. And switch. And center. Okay, shake it out. Deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Hands up. Fold. Out to the sides and down. Inhale as you go up. Exhale as you descend. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, we're going to swing the arms. And your right foot's going in. So it's opposite forward. Other way. Yeah. So it's just like walking. Yeah, just work your right leg. And center. Switch. Other side. Okay, good. Next, side to side, opposite. Cross. Switch. And center. Shake it out. Hands up. Pull in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, hands here. Silk grilling. And center. Switch. Okay, center. Open and close. Okay. Keep the front leg light, rear leg supporting. So you don't have to actually shift any pressure to the front. Just sink down and lift. Try to keep a vertical spine. Switch. Okay, center. Circular movements. Okay, lower hoop. Round it out. Elbows. Yep. Soften the elbows. Shoulder height. Elbows down. Okay, lower. Palms down. Straighten up. Extend. Okay, deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Diagonal flying. Switch. Okay, center. Square up the feet, shoulder width, cloud hands. Palms down. Lift up. Carry tiger to the mountain. Infinity sign. Figure 8 on its side. Form the fists. Okay, palms together. Strum the lute. Turn, draw the bow. Okay, spread your feet. Fan through the back. You can stand here if you want. Want to stand here? Couple more. 1 and 2. Okay. Close it up. Shoulder width. Raise the hand. Okay, palms down, deep breathing. Okay, we'll shift around a little bit. Okay, Michelle can go on the inside. Michelle's doing an intro. Eric, you want to go on the other side? Jeffrey. So Eric, you maybe help Minor out. Did like different stages. So we'll just, we can tighten up a little. We'll go through the short form. Let's face that way. Okay, use the mirrors. Have a mirror in front of you. You can. So most of the movements you'll see yourself. And okay, ready? Feet parallel. Preparation. Step up, grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip. Turn, parry and punch. Step up, form the fist. Leopard and tiger springs the mountain. Carry tiger to the mountain. Cross arms. Raise the left hand. Bend from the waist. Stalk flap swings. Turn. Left side grasp the sparrow's tail. Left side hook wrist. Left side single whip. Hold the ball. Reverse the ball. Sit back, stroke down, part the horse's mane. Toe out, step up, neutral position, stroke down, part the horse's mane. Cross corner. Cross corner, forward, back, and forward. Hook your wrist, turn back to the windows on the street side. Cloud hands. Close the form. Step backwards, hands in front. Just sit back, close the form. Okay, let's turn back to the front. Deep breathing, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, let's go into fan to the back position. Okay, we're going to turn, stroke down, parry, and punch. Okay, so let's start here. Hold this position. Stroke down, that's your hammer fist. Invert the hand, turn toward the mirrors in the front. Spread the hand so you have a opening here to bring this hand up as you drop down in the rear knee. Turn and then project forward. So that's parry and punch. It usually follows fan to the back. Stroke down, invert the hand, parry and punch. Okay. So we talk about the vertical spine. Yeah. It's alongside on the downstroke. So it doesn't have to go way down here. Strum the lute, most of your fist under elbow. This hand is in front of the nose. This hand is alongside the elbow. So this fist under elbow is maybe slightly underneath it. So one's lower, say lower defense and middle defense. So that's your hand position. On guard position, strum the lute. Your hands are there. That's the reason why they're there. When you first stroke down, you're here, right? This is fan to the back. When we turn, we just sustain the hand position. We still have the vertical spine and we draw forward. Now, you still have a straight spine, but you're leaning forward slightly until you sit back. so you still find the plumb position. When you stroke back, you invert the hand as you sit back. As we turn, the spine stays vertical, and we spread the hands like this. Then the hands go up and down as you sink in the stance. Then once the elbow's up like this, you turn, and it starts to pan across like this, then it ends up here. At the same time, this hand starts to come across with this, and they kind of join together. But this hand is kind of just a supplementary hand. Follows the hand as a secondary action. Now when we stroke down, as you evolve, then the hands, they develop their own sort of pattern and has its own intelligence. So when you stroke down, the hands will merge, and then they'll just kind of go through the process. Because when you're using, say if it was using it as an action, you can't use that format exactly the way it is. It depends on what the purpose is and what this hand is going to do while this hand is doing that. So it varies based on how you're going to intercept it and find a position that's effective. So this stroke down is like this, and this hand has to come to center because you're exposed. So this comes into closed that side. This comes here, and then you have to work this area. So this is your space. Now, I talk about 0 degrees, 45 degrees a lot, right? Because that's your relative position. Doesn't matter if I'm facing here, there, or there. I still have the same frontal position in the two corners. It's a relative position based on this space or any space that's, in front of you, but where the plane, the floor is the plane. So when we're here and I turn, here's the turn. There's frontal, there's the two corners. I'm not going over there, I'm going here. So there's my 45. If I turn more to find the vertical, then I'm on the side position. So this is 90 degrees to there. So because I'm 90 degrees to there, there's a 0, there's my 245. So it's always referencing those corners. So accuracy of movement comes from whether your muscle memory and the kinetic chain is working based on those phrases of motion. So when I'm here, and I'm here, and I'm here, if I turn like this, that creates this vertical position. This creates this position. But I didn't go from here to here by just going like this. I had to pass through this. So I passed through my oblique position until I got the vertical. So because everything is connected at a point, everything is a circular motion. So it's like gears, and your joints become gears, and you're gearing the movement as a synchronization. So when we synchronize our movements, when one moves, all moves. And it just knows how to do that, because the ideas are conceptually are housed in your brain, and the information that you keep feeding it is trying to reinforce what you're trying to do. So eventually you build the neurons and the patterns and program to do that specific thing. Now you're building hundreds and thousands of these in here, because for every posture you have a set of these kind of principles. So if we were, say, let's do this, we're in the neutral position, okay? So let's do, face this way, you're in the right side position, right? We toe out and we go to hold the ball, right? We hold the ball and toe out, step up, and we do a diagonal flying. So we know diagonal flying from the drills. Then we sit back, find our center, and we do the insert needle movement. Then we step forward, we adjust the feet, fan to the back. If we sit to this side, adjust the back foot, we make a 180-degree turn. We stroke down, and we have to parry and punch. Okay, so that sequence is consistent throughout any of the forms we do. So you're in the hold the ball or brush knee. But if you see from this vertical position, there's my 0, there's the 245s. Here I turn. So when I turn, I have to turn my feet and hold the ball at the same time. So when I do that, if you notice in the mirror, we'll all face the mirror. When you do this and we face this corner, our frontal position is still the same. That's your reference point to the corner. Now when I step and I squat down, here's that turning a little bit to the right so that I can move toward the left. There's your diagonal flying. So remember that I mentioned in Tai Chi, it's right, left, forward, backward, and center. And center also carries up and down. So if you look at the position, I'm here, I'm here. That's the two positions in the front. When I turn here, the front didn't change. When I stepped, the front didn't change. I turn like this, it didn't change. I lean, I find the oblique position. There's your diagonal flying. Now I have to get back to this side. So I have to sit back and I adjust this foot till I can sit back to the vertical spine position. I check my weight. I lift my body. I drop my fingertip. And then you step up. I turn that to 45, the front foot. The rear foot's parallel. It has to open. There's your 45, 45. We lift the hand and spread the arms, and I turn back to the front. There's your front, but you leave your head. You leave your head to the side, looking at the side palm. So that's fan to the back. You see, so all these things have to happen as a course of doing that individual posture. So we would do that together again. Let's try that from here. Right side, horizontal, twist, and step. Turn, set up your arms, lean to the front, adjust. See how my rear foot kind of spun a little bit? To get a good base, move to center, track your vertical line, insert your fingertip. Look at your front foot. It shouldn't be here, it's here. Okay, so Maria, your foot should be over a little bit. Step forward. Adjust. Open. Now, if you're opening and moving your hands, that starts to become integration. So you're setting up your body to spread the hands and then transfer your weight to the back leg. So all that is called timing. Timing is when does this happen and when does this happen, when does this happen. So that timing is really based on control of your center of mass and your balance. So how is that figured out? It's figured out in your proprioception based on the fact that for every position that you go through, it's learned in the muscle memory or the skeletal memory. Then as those two things start to talk to each other, it starts to transform into, where the body's going and when it moves. So it's a interesting fact, but it does happen like that. So we're here. Now we blended this, it turns like this. When we shift to here, we shift the body. We lean as we move. We sit back. We bring the foot back and lift and then drop in. As we step up, adjust the feet and spread the hands. Some of that starts to combine and you just build and then build, and then eventually it feels like it's seamless. It just is continuous motion. Now when we're here, you have to sustain the hand position for the initial position. So you can drop your elbow in the forward position, invert the hand, drop in the stance, and go forward. We form the fists and punch. Divert, block, and punch. Okay, so just try that again. Run from the parry and punch. Let's do the whole thing. Parry and punch, right? Fan through the back. Stroke down, parry and punch. Then you form your fist and step up. Sit back, divert, block, and punch. Cross the arms, leopard and tiger springs to mountain. Okay, shake it out. So that series is pretty consistent. Form the fist, divert, block, right? Then you go from fan to the back to parry and punch, and then form the fist. So when you integrate one posture to the next, you have to still tie it together. That's where the problem is sometimes. So while we're looking at this as right and left, form the fist, the punch is forward and back. The divert and block is right and left, right? And then you have the forward projection of the legs, that's your forward and back. So those have to tie together. So if I'm in fan through the back to parry and punch, when I form the fist, my body already starts to pick up on the fact that it's moving. When I form the fist, how many dimensions or directions does that create? It has flat, it has up and down, it has right and left, forward and back, and it goes forward. So the forward and backward movement, the right, left, center, has to be able to be complemented by the body's motion while it's transitioning in space. We're dealing with 3 dimension. So once I do the parry and punch, and I form the fist, I sit back and I'm turning. So if I'm turning, is the torso maintaining center? Are you moving right to left? Are you going forward and back? See, so that's something that has to be figured out. You're not going to get all of those things that happen the first time, maybe not even the second time, but it's going to be a process. Because from here, and I form the fist, and now that's this hand. This hand is moving right to left. I'm going forward and backward because I'm going forward the leg. So I have to form the fist, and I move up, and I go forward, and I go back. Now you see all the turning that you probably missed because you didn't know it was supposed to happen. So you don't see what you don't know. So when you're going from this position, there's actually a lot of turning. Right? Now you see it because it's more apparent, because now it's kind of cued you in to look at something you weren't paying attention to. So that's how you build body form. So the complicated movement is actually the benefit. Because if you don't move your body, as an integrated unit, then everything is isolated. And isolated movement, you don't develop the same way. Because we have 2 hemispheres that has to crisscross and work together. So the fact that that happens, there's your cross-lateral relationship between the hands. Even there, you see that there's always that relationship, right, left, forward, backward, and center, right? So the more you move to the left or right with the arm, the bigger it gets. So how do you minimize the motion? You turn. So this goes out to here. So how far does this go? It goes out to the point where your hands are 45 degrees. How far does this go? Just about where the shoulders are. Because once the hand gets to here, there's your oblique. You turn 45 degrees, that's maximizing its potential. And I turn back, there's maximized potential. My torso becomes 45, my hand becomes angular and oblique. And then it comes back to center, and it's vertical, and I maintain my vertical line by connecting and disconnecting the joints. See, so joints are designed to maneuver so they can be rigid. You can do opening movements like this, stiff elbow. When we say sink the elbow, relax the shoulder, You see this in the beginning, right? The shoulders are moving, elbows are not. See, so those are the things you have to learn, or the body has to pick up on that. But the body's not going to do anything that you don't tell it to do, right? You have to direct it. You have to give it enough information, know that it's not relaxed, it's not folding. Okay. All right, deep breathing. So those few postures, that's something that you can work on as a sort of a condensed version. Because when we do the form, you do it once or twice, each movement. You don't get to do the individual movement as many times. So if you did it like 5 or 10 times, every other day or something, like just that grouping of movement, then you would have done it as if you did the form numerous times. But that's how you learn. You have to do it through repetition to program those movements in. The long-term movement comes in 4 to 6 weeks after you initially start it. But it has to be done over time. It can't be done, like I'll do 100 of them today, then I stop for 3 weeks. You lost it already. You have to actually do 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 over time. And in between the days you're not doing it, it's still working in there. It's still there. But it's not there if you only do it a couple of times. So, and the same applies to the sequence to the form. All right, let's go through the long form. Ready? Preparation. Okay, next got a cloud hands. Okay, downward posture. You have Rob there in front there in the black shirt. So you have the mirrors on that side. You can just follow there. Golden cockroach stance on one leg. Fingertips poke and kick. Opposite side. Repulse the monkey repeats. Carry tiger to the mountain. Hold the ball. This is a repeat. Step up. Press forward. Step up and raise the hand. Stork flaps wings. Turn. One brush knee. Insert needle. Fan through the back. Turn. Stroke down. Forward position. Invert the hand. Sit back and turn. Sink down. Parry and punch. Step forward. Form the fist. And punch. Divert, block, and punch. Cross, step up, grasp the sparrow's tail. Single whip. Third set of cloud hands. Next, set it up, high pat the horse to palm strike face. Turn, parry, lotus kick, single lotus kick, brush knee, left push, step up, punch down the crotch, so it's like a brush knee, straight down 45, step up to grasp the sparrow's tail. Back to single whip. Okay, next, second downward posture. Pull down, step up to cross hands, retreat, ride the tiger, palm strikes face, turn. Change your hands, double lotus, draw bow to shoot tiger, step up, palm strikes face, turn, parry and punch, set it up, step forward, high pat the horse, step up, grasp the sparrow's tail. Okay, deep breathing. So I guess when you do this long enough, it just becomes innate and you just go through the form. I guess it becomes the autonomous form. It's just like everything becomes just programmed in you. That's what happens. And you learn, and it just builds. So the cloud hands movements, we hold the ball, and we have to learn to relax the arms, right? We lean in the long form, we shift, turn back to the front, turn to the corner, step up, turn to the side, change the hands, and pivot on the heel. Turn to the corner, change the hands as you step out, then we come back to center, and here's square one. Shift, 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 step. Change the hands, turn, shift, change the hands, step, open. Back to square one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, square one, shift, turn, turn, step, press down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So you have to go through it in that format. Otherwise, you miss a lot of pieces because each one of those pieces is going to allow you to build timing. But you also, it's a control factor. When you shift, you're in a position. When I shift, my body took the vertical line. When I shift, my spine went back to this rear heel position, and I turn, and I step here, toe, heel, and I turn, shift, step, open, turn, shift, turn, turn, turn. So something happens above, something happens below. Something happens below, something happens above. So that control of each one of those little pieces have to synchronize with something. Because you have planes of movement changes in direction, you get a little confused up here. So you have to do it over and over again. And each one of those pieces are a piece of your body that has to be tied into that. So, when we talk about movements, we go through and you feel the movements. You only can feel the movement if there's some kind of feedback telling you that that's what you felt. But if you don't feel the movement, the proprioception side of that sensory side isn't detecting it, so it doesn't know. So you're not going to get the feedback. So that process is constant and it just evolves. So when you go to here, there's a trigger point between what it's told here and when you're supposed to do that. So those trigger points are sensors. That's how machines work. They have limit switches, limit you to this position, turns on and off the power to generate what's going to happen next. That same thing is happening up here. There's sensors, there's synapses, it's whether it's firing at a certain order. So, okay, we'll bow. Ready? Up. Salute. You've got a lot of them, though. Okay, and I'll check it next week.